I adored the Remedyverse and Alan Wake 2 was nothing but a masterpiece, so obviously I was excited for the expansions. When the first expansion Night Springs launched earlier this year, I was slightly disappointed. It was a really fun experience, but I was expecting something more substantial, so then I set my hopes on the second expansion, The Lake House, that was released just today. Did it meet my expectations and finish the whole Alan Wake 2 experience in a neat way? Let's find out. The Lake House is set during the events of Alan Wake 2 and we play as Kiran Estevez, an agent for the Federal Bureau of Control that we also meet during the main game. Estevez is called to investigate the local Altered World event and arrives at the FBC's research facility at Cauldron Lake only to find it empty and its two lead scientists, Jules and Diane Marmont, missing.
In the vicinity, I need to speak with the Marmonts. So much for the welcome wagon.
So Agent Estevez heads down the facility, slowly learning about the horrors that had been happening there. Story-wise, the Lake House does not move the overall Alan Wake story forward, but instead expands on the mythology of Cauldron Lake and the themes of artistry as the FBC tries to understand the art becoming a reality phenomena. More so, the story feels like a bridge between games, just like the AWE expansion was for Control. It gives us an intriguing look at a different side of the FBC, and honestly the best part of the expansion was a pretty cool tease for what's to come in Control 2. The environments have that lovely feeling of bureaucracy, so it felt like a nice homecoming to this side of the Remedyverse in that way too, while still using some of that cool visual tricks that made Alan Wake 2 such a gem. Janina Gavankar is good as Agent Estevez once again, but I do wish there was more opportunities for her interacting with other characters. The gameplay is good, I guess it's just more Alan Wake 2. There are a few combat encounters and a couple puzzles for you to solve, and that's about it. There is one new creepy enemy type and a new weapon, but otherwise you'll be fighting the same enemy types as in the main game. The expansion is about 2 to 3 hours depending on how thoroughly you read through all the documents, and there is a lot to read, so Control fans will feel right at home. And I do recommend you read it all because that is where 90% of the story is. I do wish the expansion was a bit longer. There were a couple story points which could have been expanded on, and I would have loved to know a bit more about Agent Estevez, but this is what we got. The Lake House does end on an interesting musical note that made me a bit sad that the Alan Wake 2 experience is now over, but at the same time it did get me hyped for the future.
And censorship.
It's a C. It's a C.
Why, that is the joke, Diana.
Well, it's a stupid wonderful joke, Jules. We'll see you down there.
Overall, I felt like the Lake House was more what I wanted an Alan Wake 2 expansion to be, rather than the Night Springs expansion. It gave us a more focused look on one corner of the Remedyverse and served its purpose as this bridge between Alan Wake and Control. In my Night Springs review, I criticized the value of the expansion because you can only get them through the €20 deluxe upgrade and you can't buy them a la carte. With both expansions now out, I do still think that the price is a bit heavy and the deluxe edition business model is annoying, but I'm happy to support Remedy because they do be making cool and unique stuff. Thank you for watching and I hope you found the review helpful. What did you guys think about the Lake House expansion if you have played it, and are you looking forward to Control 2? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you liked the video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you and have a great day.